Hey everybody, I am back for day 4 of iPad week 2025, our fall session. I am so excited to be here, but I'm really sad because some of us, we won't be seeing each other every day like this. And I love your enthusiasm, your excitement. It makes me excited to create more and just to show you more things. And so, hi everybody. Good evening and good afternoon. Hi, Julia. Gail's here. April's here. Annette. Hello, Annette. TikTok Queen. Good evening. I love that. You want to learn about patterns? Absolutely. Hi, Esther. And there's Becky. So many of you here. Yay. I'm so glad you're popping on. So let's think about what we've done so far this week. We've made an acorn card. We made a pumpkin card. We did coloring pages yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and show you because we have a drawing for someone that entered their artwork into their coloring pages into the drawing for a free stamp set. I think that was the Mexican Fiesta one. Hi, Julia. Welcome, Terry, Marilyn, Michelle, Judy. If I missed your name, hello. Okay, so here we go. It's so fun to look and see what you guys have done. Look at the creativity, and it makes me just want to get some colors and color them. And, you know, these are fun to color, whether you color them on the iPad or if you use markers or if you use crayons, colored pencils, watercolor like we did yesterday. There's so many things you can do with these. So just like I said, your creativity moved me. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome, awesome. We had a lot of good entries. This one I love. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Yes. And look, this one's colored. Julia did hers, already colored hers in. Love it. And April too. Cute, cute. You had me at Mexican food. This one cracked me up. Chris did that. Okay, so great entries. I'm so glad you participated in that. Now we are going to do patterns today, pattern making. And let's look through. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow is the bonus class for those of you who sign up for the Procreate Fun for Beginners course. I'm going to show you how to make a signature stamp. It's going to be fun. You're going to love it. And my tribe members are invited to that as well. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I'm showing you. I'm showing you pattern making. So this is a repeating pattern. So if I'll show you what that means in a little bit, but obviously it's repeating, right? But there's a trick to it. Okay. And this is like preview upcoming. And don't forget, you save $50 if you sign up before Monday or by Monday. All right. I want to show you some things first. One, this is wrapping paper, and this is a repeating pattern. I just read somebody in the comments said that they wanted to learn to use the repeating patterns. So many words to make scrapbook paper. Yes, of course. Now I'm going to show you what's not a repeating pattern. This stamp I gave to you. Everybody got this one for free. It's a background leaf stamp. And I'll show you in a minute why it's not repeating. It works great for card making. It works great for a lot of things, but it's not going to be a repeating pattern. This one, however, is, and this is the one I showed you in the booklet. So you can, use them for card making. Now I have some fabrics I'm going to show you. I showed this one, I think, early on, but this is a repeating pattern. It just goes on, and it matches up. Everything matches up. Okay. Here's another one. Some more fabric. Like nothing's cut off on the edge or anything. It'll make more sense in a minute. Then I have this big piece. This is the same print as I did on the wrapping paper. And this is okay. I got all these fabric. If you don't know where to get fabric printed, Spoon Flower is your source. And this one, I ended up just putting a bunch of different designs on a yard of fabric so I could see what they look like before I purchased more of it. Does that make sense? And like this one, when I got it, I was like, oh, that's too big. So I made it smaller and then put it on some bags. And that turned out really cute. And here's some more design too. Okay. Now let me show you what repeating patterns are not. Oh, by the way, we have a special guest today. A special guest showed up just in time. Look at this. Have you seen baby Jesuses like all around? I don't know if that's like my feed on any social media is they're showing me baby Jesus. Everybody's got baby Jesus. Last year I had some and I put them in. I just sprinkled them in with some candy for Halloween. So when the kids would come up, I loved watching to see what they would pick. And some of them pick little baby Jesus. But just real quick, this is a side note. I made this before we got on here. And so I'm going to attach this to this and I'm going to pass these out for Halloween. But I'm showing you this because I made it on the iPad, right? So, and I think this template here, I may end up making that available as a gift for everybody. So we'll see. Just be on the lookout for that. Okay. So now this is not a repeating pattern. But it's great for a background. So I made a square canvas. Remember, watch me first and play later so you can keep up with what's going on. So I'm going to take off those two. And the stamp I gave you is, I have it under freebies in mine. And it's the fall leaves background. Okay. If you didn't get that one, the link is in the Digital Doodles Facebook group. And all you do on this is you just pick what color you want. And then, oops, you have to have a layer ready. And then you just color it like that. And you got this great background stamp. It's great. But it doesn't match up. So, for example, I'm going to make this smaller here. And I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to move this one over here. And if you look, they don't match up. See how this line is going, I mean, there's not a full acorn there. Things are cut off. So this is not a repeating pattern. That's good to know for if you are designing something like like the scrapbook pages or fabric or what else, what other things do you guys want to make repeating patterns for? I mean, just card making or whatever. Also, take notes. Make sure you're writing your questions so at the end I can catch it because I don't want to miss it while I'm teaching. Okay, so we're going to make a repeating pattern. And we're going to start with simple, okay? That's not the simple one. We're going to start with simple. Okay, so we're going to make this checkerboard. And all you have to do, move that over there, is get your colors. So I'm going to make my background light purple. And then I'm going to make a new layer. Now you don't have this, so let me get rid of that. Okay, there's nothing there, no layers. All we have is a purple background, light purple. I'm going to add, no, I don't need to add anything because I've already got this layer ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my darker purple and I'm going to drop color all the way and it's going to fill up the whole square. And this is one of the times that I want it to do that. Sometimes it happens when we don't want to do that, right? Oh, tumblers. Yes, good. I love it. Wallpaper. Absolutely. Cool. Okay. All right. So now, I need to pull this up because that menu gets in the way sometimes. Oh, but I messed up. It needs to cover the whole thing. Okay. Make sure it's covering the whole thing. Now I'm going to tap my arrow and I'm going to pull down until I get to where the yellow lines are. There's a yellow line across and a yellow line above, and then I'm going to let go. And that's perfectly in that quarter, to that bottom quarter there. And if it doesn't work like that for you, make sure you have the same settings as I do and snapping is on. Okay. Make sure snapping is on. So I got that one there and I'm going to untap it. Now I'm going to repeat that same pattern or that same square block, and I'm going to put it up in this corner. And I have to make sure it matches exactly There it goes. And sometimes you have to play with it for a second. And then now I want to deselect it. Click that. So now I've got the beginning of a pattern. And from here, it's so fun. It's so fun to make the patterns and easy. So now I'm going to squeeze these two together. And then I'm going to duplicate. Oh, wait. Let me think. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to take this square. Before it was just a solid square. Now I'm going to take this square and I'm going to make it smaller and get there. I've got it. It's right where the yellow ones are. And then I'm going to duplicate that. And I want same thing over here. Got it. I'm going to duplicate those together, or put those together and duplicate it. And move this down here. And I've got my perfect repeating pattern. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to squeeze these together. I'm going to do, let's see, I'll make it smaller first. Okay, got it. I'm going to duplicate that again. Get it right in the right spot. Squeeze together, duplicate again. And look, I've got this great repeating pattern that's smaller. And I can keep going smaller and smaller and smaller. And because I didn't change the color of my background, because my background is not permanent, like I can change it easily. Well, we could actually change both of them easily. Let me squeeze these together. I want all of the checkerboard on the same thing. Okay. So let's just tap and pick a different color to be with that. And so you can see like what looks good with it. What different color combinations would you want to try? And let's say that you just want the background to be white with another color. So what if we want to change the other color? Whoops, let me get to my layers. I only have one layer now. It's all squeezed together. I'm going to tap on it. And then I can switch the color of this too. So I'm going to hit select. And when I do that, I can change the color. Color fill has to be highlighted. Mine's always highlighted. And then I'm going to switch colors. Now that might have been mind-blowing for some of you. You may have never done that. And you're like, wait. Okay, I'm going to do it again. So I want to change the blue. So I'm going to my layers. Okay. And I'm going to tap on the box. And then I'm going to select. Okay. And if your screen looks like mine, it'll have highlighted this little lasso thing, freehand and color fill. And I haven't touched anything else yet. I just wanted to show you. And if I touch this and then pick another color, then it will change just that checkerboard, if that makes sense. You just posted my first one in the Facebook group. Awesome, Avery. That's so cool. I love it. You could, Mary, you definitely could do the leaf stamp like wallpaper and match it up. But you'd have to redesign the stamp because that stamp is not repeating. It won't work if you tried to make it into wallpaper. So if that answers what you were talking about. Okay, so good. Now we got a checkerboard one. That's pretty simple. Let's do another one. And that's going to be a diagonal. Okay, we're going to do diagonal this time. So to do diagonal, I'm just going to tap black, just black and white classic. I love that. So we've got our white background. Now I'm going to, on my layer here, I'm going to drop black just like we did before. But this time I'm going to select it and I'm going to go down here and I'm going to rotate one time. Okay. And then I'm going to take these edges and I'm going to go make sure they line up. And they'll line up on the side and in the middle. Make sure you see those yellow lines. Perfect. Got it. And you can feel it vibrate. You can feel the pencil like makes a little, you can feel it kind of tug, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now we have this. Now we're going to keep doing what we did before. We've got this. Now we're going to duplicate. Well, let me go ahead and make this. Hold on. Let me take that other one off. Hold on. Okay. So now we've got our diamond, and we want to break it into sections. There we go. Got that one. We're going to duplicate, move it over. Make sure you see those yellow lines or it's not going to work. I can't wait to see what your homework's going to look like. Okay, got that one there too. So now I'm going to squeeze these together and make it smaller again. Duplicate that. Put those together and duplicate that. And there, oh, nope. Okay, I moved it just slightly. There we go. And there's your repeating pattern there. And you can keep going. Squeeze together, duplicate again. I love black and white. It's so cute. Let's change the color though to something else. Let's see. The background I'm going to do blue, this blue, and then the diamonds I'm going to do. Oh, let me squeeze them together first. I'm going to do select, and I'm going to do green. Blue and green's always pretty together. I'm going to change the background to green now. Navy and green. So there we go. And then we can keep going smaller and smaller and smaller. So I think for your homework, seeing different sizes would be good. See if you can make some little tiny designs. See how I'm getting smaller and smaller? I'm going to pinch them together. There we go. Perfect. Wait, did that line up at the bottom? There we go. It will not work if you do not line it up right. It will look terrible. Oop. There we go. Okay, and now I've got my tiny, tiny little pattern. What if I want to use a different shape, say a heart? Do I still follow what you're showing us? You're thinking a heart too. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to make a square. Okay. By the way, to do this, you have to start with a square canvas. Make sure you are starting with that. Well, I was going to show you another way to do it. I'll show you that in a minute, but we can play with a heart for a second. I'll just draw it to make it quick. I don't know because, oops, hold on. There we go. If you're going to do the heart, you're going to have to, it has to touch the sides. It's hard to explain. Let me see. If this was a perfect heart and it touched the sides, we may get it to work. Hold on. It needs to touch there, doesn't it? Slide it ways after duplicating. Okay, but see, I don't have a background attached to it. So I'll show you. I don't think it's going to work right. But I can put it in here and show you what I mean. Maybe it will. Sometimes you just got to try and play and see what you come up with. It looks like it will work. I think, well, if you drew your heart just right, where it's not touching each other. That's what you need to play with tonight, though, and tomorrow. And I'll put these together, duplicate. Yeah, as long as it matches up, then you can do it. So I think this is going to work just fine. I probably would draw my heart different just so it didn't, it was more symmetrical, I think. Yes, I do that too, Crystal. Yes, definitely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you a different way. That's kind of fun, and that is doing this. We're going to use the symmetry tool for this. Okay, so you are going to go to the wrench. This is a new canvas. It's a square canvas. Then I'm going to go to the wrench, and I'm going to go to Canvas, Drawing Guide. Underneath Drawing Guide is Edit Drawing Guide, and it pulls up a new menu right here. And then I want to click on the Symmetry tool. And then I want to click down here on Options, and I want to click Radial for that. Okay. Does that make sense? I'll do it one more time. Okay, we're going to start with a square canvas. I'm going to click on the wrench, Canvas, Drawing Guide, Edit Drawing Guide, Symmetry, and then Options underneath Symmetry, and click Radial. And it'll bring up these lines that I have here. You'll see them. They're hard to see, but trust me, they're there. And then I'm going to hit the check mark. Okay. So now this gets a lot more involved. It's got a lot more detail to it. You can see, and I used my fall stamps for that. So I'm going to go to here and start with I guess I'm going to start with the purple background. As long as you can still see your radial lines. And then I'm going to get black, and I'm going to start just arranging things the way I want them. Okay, so I'm going to start with this little acorn, the one that is striped. Kind of, I called it striped. It's not necessarily striped, but that's going to start with. Why is it not? Uh-oh, it's like something's not right. Okay, so I need a new layer. I wasn't on a new layer, and I need to make sure that this layer is going to use the radial symmetry tool. And right now it's not. And you know how I know that? Because it doesn't say assisted on here. The one below it, I know it's hard to see. This says assisted. So I drew that using the assisted symmetry tool. But now I've made a new layer. Oops. And it doesn't have it there. So it's still selected, but it's just not for this layer. I don't know if that makes sense. So you're going to tap on the box and you're going to click on Drawing Assist. And then we'll be back to where we want to be. So see how when I start to put something here, I think I should do it in white. I think it's hard to see. Okay, let's try it in white. And I'm just going to pick one section to tap, and it's going to tap in all the sections like that. And then I'm going to get the owl because the owl is big And he's going to take up more space. Well, I mean, he didn't have to be big, but I want him bigger, I guess. And that's just the plain owl. And I could either put him right here, or if I want him a little bit in a different spot, I can move my canvas and just have it where I want it. So I'm going to tap there. Wait, got a little bit. There we go. I'll tap right there. Yes, much better with the white. And now I'm going to go and I'm just doing everything in white right now. And then I can go back and add color. Okay, let's see. The leaves, these leaves, I took one of these little tiny leaves. I don't know why I'm calling it tiny. I'm going to make it tiny because I'm going to put it right here. See how I need something right there? Go a little bit smaller. Or I feel like I do. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to go, I want tall skinny leaves for right here. So I'm going to grab this one. It's got a little stripe in it. And then I'm going to put it right there. And, oh, look how they cross. I kind of like that. I didn't do that on the other one, but, okay, if I don't want it like that, then I would. How did I do that? Oh, not that way. Okay, that's good right there. So I got those leaves. And then now I'm going to add, well, I have some of these bigger than before, but anyway, you don't want anything to go off the page. You want everything to stay in this square if you're going to make it as a repeating pattern. Okay, that makes sense? Okay, let's get some other leaves. Oops. This one. Okay, and then I'm going to put it. That looks kind of good. And then maybe right here. That's a little bit too big. I'm going to make it smaller. Remember, I don't want it to go off the page. Sometimes I want stuff to go off the page, but not for this. This all has to stay together. Okay, I have a little squirrel. Let me see if that little squirrel, and notice I haven't changed any layers. You don't want to change layers for this either. That's why it's so good to see the preview of the stamp. Oh, wait, forgot what I was doing. Where's that little guy? Oh, right here, little squirrel. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Okay. And he's right there. Okay, so now, do I need one more thing right there? Let me get that little acorn. This is just the plain one. Where is it? Right here. I feel like I need that right there. Okay, so now I can start coloring in. But what I want to do before I do anything is I want to duplicate that layer. And I want to lock one of them because I don't want anything to happen to it. Okay. And I just unchecked it too. I don't need it right now, but in a little bit, I might need it. And then this one, my original one, I did with black outline. See how everything's black outline? So I'm going to do the other one in white, and then we'll see what we think about it. Okay. Now let's just start coloring in, and everything's on one layer, so it's going to make it easy. And then I'm going to continue filling by just dropping color. Thank y'all for being here. I'm so happy that you enjoy this. And then I'm just going to pick, I'm doing like lighter and darker of each color. What other color should I do? Turquoise. Oops. And the darker one. Oop. Wait, no. Okay, there's that. See how I did all of them? And that's so fun that you don't have to do every single one of those. Oh, good, Terry. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and, oops. First, I'm going to drag and drop the first one. And then I'm going to click up here on continue filling. Okay. And then I can tap in these little boxes. and it's therapeutic. So it feels really good to do. If you can't get one colored in just exactly right, you can change your color threshold or you can color underneath it. Because I like right here, I don't know if I'm going to get that up there. Get off a color drop and then, oh, oh no, look what I'm doing. I got to go back to my regular brush. Because I still had that acorn chosen. Doesn't that make you feel better when I do that stuff? Okay, I colored that one in. All right, colored that in pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, let's see. What color do I want this leaf up here? Let's do it this turquoise color. Now I'm going to get into the owl. Decide what color I want him to be. It shows up better lighter. Let's see what the darker looks like. I think it's too dark. Maybe something in between. So I'll do something like that. And then drop color. His eyes, that's going to be interesting. His eyes that's going to be weird. Because it's white. It'll be white on white, and that will look weird. So instead of doing white, I'm just going to do an off-white or kind of a light gray maybe. So it'll still show up those lines. You can't see the lines, but you could go back. We can go back easily and draw black little lines there if we want to. Let me see. I want to put that and that there. That's not too bad. Okay. And you could have colored this as you went. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick some more colors to color my leaves. Now, I need to get on one of the, there we go. You see how I did that? That's the color threshold. I'll do it again. It may not work this time, but I may not have to do it. Anyway, you go back and forth to color in the right things. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see. What color am I going to do this leaf? That color and that color. And my little squirrel is too cute. Uh-oh. Ooh, look at that. So sometimes that's going to happen. I'm going to back up. I'm going to figure out what I did wrong. I don't know how that went out, but I haven't picked up my pencil and see how I fixed it with the color threshold. And maybe this, I'm going to do the same. Oops. Don't pick up your pencil. Go left and right until it picks up the part you want. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If you don't want to color in each one of these, you could go underneath that and color it. No, you can't. You can't do that. I could do that if I had it on a different layer, but I can't now. Never mind. Forget that. Okay, continue filling. It's hard to tell when it's this small if you're touching the outline or not. Because this is really small. But we're almost done, so I'm ignoring some of these problems that I have right now because I don't know if I'd make it this small again. So take it off color drop and just color right there. I can go down a little bit, color right there, right in there. And I could go back if I wanted to and draw the white. So, but I'm going to move on. Okay. Moving on. So here we go. We got our little square. And now we can make a repeating pattern out of it by taking that layer like we've been doing the other ones and dropping it in. This one is not going exactly to the edge, so I'm not sure. Crystal, do you know, since this one is not going all the way to the edge, if it's going to work right? Okay, there we go. So you can see how this is repeating, right? You can hardly even tell what it is. It just looks like a pattern now. And so I would pinch these 4 together. And if I want to make it even smaller, just like what we've been doing on the other, with the other ones. And now I'm going to pinch those together and duplicate. Okay, right there. I usually just use nose to shrink them down. All right, look at that repeating pattern. That was really fun. And if like you don't even know what it is, and then you just kind of discover, oh, it's little owls. So there's the one that with the white background versus the black right there. It's not a big difference, really. Okay, what do you think? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So what questions do you have about this part? You feel like you've got a groove? I mean, the checkerboards, they're really so simple, and it's fun to do different colors together. And then the diagonal as well. So play with those and then post a pattern, some kind of pattern, and play with it. Because see how we were playing with this? I don't know. It may go somewhere. You may end up loving it if you keep playing and playing and make it smaller and smaller, and it just be a repeating pattern. But there's other ways to make repeating patterns that are more complicated. But I think this is perfect, perfect to get started. I had no idea about using stamp symmetrical. Oh, good. I'm glad you got something from that. Symmetry tool and color drop option. Yes, it's going to be fun trying. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's the main thing I wanted to show y'all today with the repeating patterns. Can you use it as a stamp or brush? Well, if this answers your question, Gail, let me show you. Let me get this off of here too. So I made a stamp. Yes, you can if you make it into a stamp. Yes. So like one of my stamps, my new stamps is not that one here, is this one. Ooh, that one. So now I have it as a stamp. Does that answer your question? I would tap it right there, and then I would make sure it went to the edges of it. This video, we're taking the videos down on Monday, so you'll have a couple days over the weekend to play with it. The Christmas ones are not for sale yet, but they will be before you know it. I'm working on my Christmas workshop, so I hope you guys will come back and attend that workshop with me as well. It'll be the second week in December, I think. What would you use these repeating patterns for? For fabric, for scrapbook paper, for card making. Like this is a repeating pattern here. Yeah, those kind of things. Okay, so I don't want to say goodbye, but some of you, I won't see you because you're not in my membership, or but I would love to see you tomorrow for the bonus class if you sign up for the Procreate Fun for Beginners. And I'm going to just tell you about it one more time because it's so good. But I want to remind you that you save $50 if you sign up by Monday. You get you get 100 classes and templates and over 50 stamps. And I'm going to show you, this is, let me share my screen real quick. These are some reviews from some people that have taken the class before. I learned so much about Procreate. I had no experience prior to taking the class. Within a couple weeks, I was creating artwork. She demonstrates and explains every step so it makes sense. I'm so happy that I signed up for this. I encourage anyone who wants to have a successful experience with learning the ins and outs of Procreate to take this course. You won't regret it. And this is from Brittany. She said this is a good refresher for her. I've taken several of Christy's courses over the years. Her teaching techniques, positivity, and bubbly personality keep me returning for more. This course was a perfect refresher on things I may have forgotten and showed a more straightforward way to do different techniques. So that's the thing. You learn shortcuts too, you know, and highly recommend it for a beginner. I can't wait to learn more. And then this one, I love this one. This is Jenny. I got my first iPad this past December and immediately downloaded the Procreate app. It's an impressive app with everything that it can do, but it can be a little overwhelming trying to navigate it alone as a new user. I completed Christy's new Procreate course and feel confident I can create projects on my own now. I learned some pretty amazing new features that I probably would have never figured out to do them without taking this course. I literally said out loud more than once, "Brilliant." I love that. When I realized there was an easier way to achieve a specific technique than the way I had been doing it. Thank you for making it fun and easy way to learn the app. So anyway, there's some testimonials there. And then if you just keep on reading down, I'm going to put the link in the comments for anybody who's still on the fence. This is your chance. You will be able to come to the bonus class tomorrow. You'll get all of these bonuses. If I sold all these things individually, it could be like a $5,000 course. And you can also think of it as, have you ever thought of it as a ministry? Because you take what you learn and you make things with it and you give. That's what y'all love to do this for. You love to give to people and encourage people. And so it can definitely be like a ministry. You could turn into a card ministry. You can use them for, maybe the women at your church, you want to do a workshop with them. This would give you tons of ideas. So it is a ministry. Definitely. They're all faith-based classes. They all have scripture. And it's just taking the scripture and making it to a piece of art. It's a form of worship. Like, everybody worships a different way. I worship this way because I need to be doing something with my hands. And at church, I need to be doodling for me to pay attention. I don't know if you're that way, but I love that as an artist, we're able to learn more from others. Yay. Yes. So great. So great. Any questions, y'all? This is your chance to answer questions, for me to answer questions. Did I miss any? Did you say if we signed up for the Procreate class that we still have access to the? Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. If you purchase the Procreate Fun for Beginners course, you get the bonus class tomorrow, but you also get you get these lessons that I've done this week. They'll be in the course as well. And then last year's Procreate Fun for Beginners, you'll get those classes too, because they're already in there waiting for you. Okay. With the holiday Monday, would you consider keeping the class up until Tuesday? My kids are off until Monday. What is the holiday? Well, we've already committed to taking them down. We can do it through Monday. We'll say through Monday. Yeah, because that is what we've already committed to, and we've already set up things, emails and stuff. Like it's a thing. But you should have plenty of time to go through that. Hopefully, this weekend. Put them to bed. Columbus Day. Thank you. I feel dumb. What is the code for a discount? iPad week. Great question. iPad week. So if you just type that in, you'll save $50 on the course. Okay, through Monday. Through Monday. Yes. And okay, if you're in my tribe, you get access to these. You get access to it. So, Mary, aren't you in the tribe? You'll have access as long as you're in the tribe. You've been looking for a way to incorporate your faith with iPad art for a long time. Oh, good, Julia. Yes, 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 yes. This other Julia says work's getting in her way. We can't have that now, can we? Okay, any more questions? Okay, Patricia, yeah, that what I taught you today, if you come up with your pattern and you go to spoonflower.com, you can upload the pattern that you made and make it into fabric. It's great. It's amazing. Oh, who won the drawing? Yay. Thank you. I knew there were some things I was missing. Our winner for today's drawing gets, well, here's our winner. Ready? Melissa Colley. Well, I'm so excited that you won. And what you need to do, Melissa, is you need to email support@craftwithchristy.com. You can screenshot that if you need to, and tell us you're the winner for day 3 and that you get either the Mexican Fiesta stamp set or one of my ebooks, lettering ebooks. So just let us know which one you want. Congratulations. And then for tomorrow, I'm giving away, even though we're not meeting tomorrow, well, we're meeting with the VIP people, but everybody has a chance to win tomorrow as well. And I have a stitching set that makes these little stitches. I showed it earlier in the week. And so what you need to do to enter to draw in this drawing is hashtag iPad week 4. That means day 4. And post your work. And then we'll draw a winner and we'll end up posting that in the group tomorrow. Let me see. I probably should give y'all a time limit. Go ahead and post them. Well, maybe I should give you more time on that one. What if we draw on Monday? What if I give you a chance? And you can put multiples in if you want, but how about I let y'all play around with pattern making and then post it, and then I'll draw on Monday for that. Does that make sense? Give y'all a little extra time on that one. Okay, let me make sure I've got everything down. Oh, okay. Some of you were interested in a stamp club. You know, you said you might like, I'm praying about starting a digital stamp club. And some of you have already shown interest and filled out this form. It's not a form. It's just your email. It just says, hey, I'm interested in knowing more about a stamp club. And I just put that in the description. And that way, if you're interested, yeah. Uh-oh, it didn't work on Facebook. Weird. I'll try it one more time. Wait a moment and then try again, it says. You like the stamp club idea? What does that look like to you? What would you think would make it fun? Or what would you hope to get out of it? Let me know that. Because I've been praying and thinking about how it could go. And I think it would be super fun. So I would love your feedback, though, on that. What else? Anything else? We'll remove the classes. Monday's the last day for the classes. And what else? This has been so fun. Don't be a stranger. Y'all stay around and stay part of the Digital Doodles Facebook group, because I will be doing more things in there. And I just want to stay connected with you because y'all inspire each other so much. So feel free to post in there. We would love more stamps for card making and art journaling. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sounds fun. All right. You would do y'all have anything? I'm here. You're quiet tonight. And I did the Q&A yesterday and the day before yesterday. I posted my magnetic paper source, the watercolor set I used, and it comes with the pen, the brush, and then the graphite paper I posted in there. You want to make magnets? Yes. It's so fun. It's so fun. Okay. Y'all say bye to little Jesus. Oh, I got a whole big thing, like this huge thing of them. And so trick or treaters, it's fun when you did y'all see in the beginning I showed this. Oop, made it on the iPad. Are you following Jesus? And I'm going to stick him on there somehow, or I'm going to put it in a little cello bag, I think. So stamps for Bible journaling. Yes. We want you, Mary. We want you. Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap up tonight. Now, tomorrow, if you are going to be part of the VIP bonus class, then you'll get a special link, and only you, like we're not sending this link out to everyone. Just make sure that you check your email. You'll get that link, and then you'll join us for the bonus, right? I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. Yes, and if you're in the tribe, we'll send you the link too. See you much later. Bye.